Hey guys, I've been getting requests to do a video for the Paragon point system. I've been uh, I've been putting that video aside, so here we go. I'm finally going to do it. So this is going to be a PVE focused Paragon point system. So in my opinion, the stats that matter in PVE from the Paragon point system is damage, armor penetration, and life. The rest do not matter too much because, for example, armor, multiple tests show that armor does not reduce monster damage. It From these tests, it also showed that monsters do not do critical strikes, and basically armor is pretty much useless for PVE, and it is mostly a PvP focused statistic. This is the same with resistance and potency. You should only care about this when it comes to PvP. Now let's start the point system. So I know I said that we don't need potency, but we are going to get potency here in Vanquisher because to take advantage of the bags. However, if you can afford to go through this game without the extra bags, then you can just ignore this. Now we are going to get the statistics. And we are going to reach until armor penetration. Next is survivor. You will pretty much get everything here. And the reason for this is if you are in content that you are below CR, or for example you are in Gauntlet 2, Gauntlet 1, whatever, where your CR is not good enough and you might die with 1 or 2 hits, then it is really handy to have Survivor Paragon. That way you will stay alive to be able to buff your party members or your carries a little bit longer. You may even survive the whole fight. We will be getting everything here. Treasure Hunter. This is really good. This is really useful when you are doing outworld farming uh, because of this skill right here. It makes you farm scraps a lot faster also. And scraps are really important because a lot of the content of this game revolves around combat rating. And the upgrades, the gear upgrades, they provide a lot of stats. Combat rating. For Gladiator, we will only be getting the stats here. The life and the damage. So this is a PvE focused Paragon point system. So for the PvP, we are going to do that on a separate video. PvP is a little more complicated. Okay, soldier, we're just here again for the stats. Okay, Mastermind, this is really useful because it provides a lot of damage for the whole group. So, for example, you are in a party of 4 different classes. This is important to use this Mastermind for when you are in a party of 4 different classes. So even if you are below CR, you will contribute a lot of damage. Even if your damage is only 1, simply because of this skill, find weakness. While your party has members from 4 different classes. For example, you are a necromancer, you have a crusader, the other is a barbarian, and the other is a demon hunter. That's a party from 4 different classes. And every attack that you do has a 5% chance to make bosses vulnerable for 3 seconds. Damage taken by vulnerable targets is increased by 20%. That is huge, because even though you are below CR, just by being alive, you are already contributing 20% more damage. And most people do not actually use this. They use Weaver, and understandably so, because Weaver is really, really strong. So it is up to you if you are below CR to use this and to stay alive. But if you are not used to the mechanic of the boss fight, and you can die easily, then I suggest to use Survivor. However, if you're a necromancer that has bone armor, using Parting Gift, then I prefer you use this one. So we will be getting all the skills here. This one increases the skill damage of your party by 3%. That's also a huge deal. For skill-based classes, you are basically giving them free 3% more damage. And you get 10% crit here. For Massacre, we are just going to be getting the stats. We will be getting life, armor penetration, and damage. We can afford to spend a lot of points here. Brawler is the same. We are not going to be using this, but we will put points just for the stats. Duelist is an expensive paragon tree, but it is worth it. For Apothecary, we are just going to be getting damage, because for now we cannot afford to spend points for this and this just to get life. We will be using the points in other paragon trees. Weaver is a useful paragon. This is basically useful if you are comfortable in a dungeon, you are well within the CR, and for example, you have no opportunity to use Mastermind because there's no 4 different classes in a party. Then this will provide the same DPS almost as Mastermind, probably higher, but it is individual based. Whereas Mastermind, it provides 20% DPS for the whole group. So this is, you can think of this as like almost like 20% DPS for you individually. Oops. I was not supposed to get this. Anyway, you can just ignore that. And then damage here, Executioner. This is a PvP focused paragon tree. We will not be using this. Okay, we still have 19 points more. I may have missed something. Let's check. Weaver. Apothecary. If we can, oh, Duelist, no. Okay, no, not really. Brawler. Mastermind. Treasure Hunter, Survivor, Vanquisher. So I guess we can afford Apothecary points for HP, for life. Or maybe not. Yeah, can't reach. But if you have the points from the accident here, then you can just put it to Apothecary.